This is John Beath with GoFishMagazine.com. I'm in San Diego at Fisherman's Landing, and I'm going to go out on the Searcher on a 7-day trip. Let's go inside Fisherman's Landing and find out what Doug has to say about what I need to bring his tackle. Well, I'm inside Fisherman's Landing. I'm here with Doug Kern, and he's an expert. He's been down here many, many years. And by the way, Fisherman's Landing was recently remodeled. This is an awesome store. Now, Doug, I am going out on a 7-day trip on the Searcher. What do I need?
Nice. Well, it depends on the time of year. Things do vary from one season to the next, but basically you have the opportunity to go down the coast of Baja, fishing the inshore islands and the offshore areas. You're going to be targeting yellowtail, tuna, dorado, wahoo, that kind of thing. Most of the fish are going to be that 10 to 80 pound stuff. You might have a few fish that top the scales over 100 pounds.
That'd be nice.
So the main thing, there's 3 ways you can catch fish: trolling, live bait, or artificial casting jigs. And so for the trolling, most of the trolling is going to be done will be for the wahoo, a little bit for the tuna. So you need a couple of wahoo plugs, maybe 3 or 4 tuna feathers, real basic there. As far as the live bait, that's one of the main ways you're going to target everything. You're definitely going to need a good variety of hooks, probably starting out at a 2/0 up to 6/0 would be the mainstay. Both circles and J hooks. The eventuality to maybe come into some bigger fish that are only eating lighter line, the circle hook will hook the fish in the corner of the mouth, prevent you from chafing off. And then you also want some bigger hooks for dropper looping for the yellowtail, maybe even some 9/0s in a live bait style. And then you can get up into the 76-91 Southwestern tuna hooks for dropping down for grouper on the bottom. You're going to want to use your 80 and 100 and 130 pound test for that type of thing.
That's some heavy gear.
It is. And then with the bait fishing, a little bit of sinkers, definitely some 16-ounce torpedoes for dropping down to the bottom. Want to bring some sabiki rigs and some lighter weights to catch the mackerel with, and also a squid jig. And then when you get into the artificials, you're going to be targeting yellowtail and wahoo primarily. The yellowtail, typically a treble hook is used. You'd use yo-yo jig, 6X Junior or a 6X is our real common style, but any heavy yo-yo jig like that. And then for the wahoo, you want to go with a single hook jig. Typically a chrome or a gold is the standard issue for that. That's something that you would drop down when you get a troll strike and let it get down there 100 feet. Turn the handle as fast as you can go, and when that wahoo hits it, a lot of people have a tendency to try to set the hook from their bass fishing days. You want to wind right through that bite, keep turning the handle because they've got a hard mouth and it's tough to get that hook set. Once they start ripping line, put the rod up and fight the fish. So that's kind of in a nutshell the type of gear that you're going to need for a 7-day trip.
Now on the colors for yellowtail, you mentioned several sizes of jigs. What about colors? I know I've got lots of colors and I never know which one to choose. So how do I make that decision?
To be 100% honest, the fish are not all that picky, but you want to have a little bit of a variety. Typically the yellowtail will respond better to painted colors than chromes, although it's not a hard and fast rule. But blue and white, scrambled egg, that's the old standbys, the dorado color, rainbow, which is blue, green, and white. Any of the painted colors that resemble a bait fish, and the scrambled egg being brown and yellow kind of resembles a squid. So mainly it's a reaction bite. When you're yo-yoing, you drop down to the bottom, you turn the handle as fast as you can go, and that jig coming up like that, they see it go by and it's a very reactionary bite. So the color is probably not as important as getting that jig in the zone.
All right, hey, I appreciate it. For Go Fish Magazine, my name is John Beath and this is Doug Kearns. Check out Fisherman's Landing. I've got the web address right here, so check them out. They've got all of their tackle online if you want to buy it ahead of time, or you can come right down here and buy it before you go on your 7-day trip. We'll see you on the water.